But when I first moved here, after my first year of college, I lived down here in the South End in a house called the Antioch House, where we got free rent in exchange for volunteering in Rainier Avenue Church, which is a part of Urban Impact, which works here at Rainier Beach. And so a lot of my work first here in Seattle was at Grand Hill Elementary School, Akikurasi Middle School, and Rainier Beach High School. So I'd like to imagine that those would be places that I would have been, mostly because I just have such a deep love for this community. I know that Seattle as a whole maybe doesn't know how great Rainier Beach is because of the way that the media tells our story here, but this is the place where I found home. When I got to SPU, and it was mostly white folks, mostly Christian white folks, mostly rich Christian white folks, I felt really out of place. And then I discovered the South End, and I was like, oh, my people, you know. And so sometimes people at school would be like, oh, you're hanging out in the South End? Isn't it kind of scary down there? Like, no, I love it. And so this is definitely the place that helped me build a home in Seattle, is being here in the South End and at Rainier Beach High School.
What inspires you to become a poet, to write, and how do you find the words to put into your poetry?
Yeah, what inspires me to write? I've always been a writer, like from a very young age, and a lot of it has been just being able to process the things that are happening around me, the things that happen in my world, or things that I don't get to say to folks that maybe I want to say. But over time, I started to see that in my writing I was telling stories, and sometimes telling those stories, I would recreate the way the story went. So if something traumatic had happened, instead of just writing about the trauma of it, I would write about what could have gone differently in it. And I didn't know Octavia Butler at the time, but now I do. She's one of my favorite writers. But Octavia Butler writes Afro sci-fi, and it's the idea that we can create the future of the world that we want to see by writing about it. And that artists and poets of all sorts of different, visual, dance, music, that by dreaming, we can actually help bring into the world we want. And so really what inspires me is telling stories that don't always get a voice or opportunity to be told, but also the opportunity to speak a different kind of truth into the world that allows us to build the world we want to see. I think poets are uniquely positioned to reveal the truth while also flipping it on its head in a really powerful way that I think can give voice to situation, but also be inspiring. And so I find that I have a gift with words, which is also why I went to law school, because lawyers are all about words. And while I don't necessarily like practicing law, I think that was another tool that's helped me to think, be thoughtful about the way in which I use my artistic gifts to help us create the place that we want to live.